Hello my darling angels, welcome back to my channel Mystic Magic. In today's video we are going to be taking a look at the new moon in Leo that's happening on July 28th, 2022. This is a reading for the collective, so there are no piles to choose from today. A couple of quick disclaimers before we start. Tarot is just a tool that reads the current energy, and energy is always changing. So remember that you have free will and the power to create change. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages that resonate and leave the rest behind. Don't try to force all the messages to fit for you and your life. There could simply just be messages here that are meant for other people watching that just aren't meant for you. Also, I wanted to quickly mention today it seems like this heat wave has finally passed over and it's actually really nice outside. So I have my window open. It's kind of windy, so I'm hoping that it's not too loud. Fingers crossed, because I would love to leave this window open, but if it does get loud, I will go close it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start off by taking a look at some oracle cards, which are going to represent the overall energy that this new moon in Leo is bringing to us as a collective. Then we'll get some more detail with the tarot and then close the reading off with some advice. So I'm going to move our deck to the side for now. And let's take a look at what energies are at play here. So to begin, we have the root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. We actually got two of these cards here. So we have change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And we also have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. We have, oh yeah, we have thriving. I love to see this. And we also have the gazelle. Wow, okay, so I really love this energy. What I'm seeing here is basically a switch from being in survival mode and transitioning into a period where we are thriving. I'm seriously like, I love this card so much. It rarely ever comes out. I don't know if I've ever seen it come out, maybe once or twice. But I love that we have this thriving. Like, isn't that what we all want? Don't we all want to be thriving? This is so beautiful. With change and perseverance, on a collective level, I can see that may have been going through it lately, may have been having a bit of a hard time in maybe one area of your life or just this overall feeling of struggle, but I see that changing. I see a shift in the mindset where now there's this collective realization of really understanding that nothing will change by itself and that each one of us represents a catalyst for this change. And I see a shift from feeling really disempowered, feeling like a victim or victimizing yourself or a victim mentality, and really switching that and having this like new wave of energy kind of just wash over you and really feeling like you can actually make things happen, that you have the power to make things happen. And I see a new beginning here with the root chakra because it represents our base. It's the first chakra. And it makes me think of new beginnings. It makes me think of laying a new foundation, something that's more solid. And it also makes me think of really grounding yourself into the present moment, which also connects with the gazelle energy too, because the gazelle can be quite hyper vigilant. After all, it is a prey, so, you know, gazelle have to be on the lookout all the time for their own safety. But again, that's where I see a switch happening. It's like, whereas maybe before you were constantly on the lookout for things going wrong, things taking a bad turn, things not working out, feeling stressed, feeling overwhelmed, I'm really switching that and saying like, you know what? There may be challenges out there. You know, there may be things that I can't control, but I'm not going to let those things control me. And I actually really have the power to get myself out of this situation that I'm in. It's like you might be hitting your breaking point where you finally just come to this point where you're like, you know what? Enough is enough. Like, I'm tired of living my life this way. It's exhausting. It's draining. It's not getting me anywhere. I'm tired of just getting by. I'm tired of just surviving. Tired of just getting through the day. I want something more. I deserve something more. And I know that I can actually make that happen. There's almost like this full circle moment. Because I can't help but notice we have this like sun behind the gazelle, and then we have all of these circles here. And then we also, there's a full moon here in the thriving card too. So you're doing a lot of releasing, you're doing a lot of purging. I mean, we actually have a lot of different chakras being highlighted here. We, of course, have the root chakra, but we also have the sacral and the solar plexus chakra with these oranges and yellows. We have the heart chakra with this green. We have the throat chakra with the blue. And then we have this beautiful purple representing the third eye chakra. So I would say in an overall sense, this new moon in Leo is really just setting the reset button. It's really refreshing your energy. If you've been feeling really low energy, really lethargic, maybe feeling unmotivated, I see this really being cleared out of your chakras and your energy field. And it's almost just like, it's like having a reboot to your energy, to your mentality and your mindset, feeling more hopeful, feeling more passionate and confident, and really kind of transitioning into more of a like hustler mindset, which I don't necessarily always like that term, because I think hustle culture is actually quite damaging, but I mean it in the sense of having this newfound sense of power and this newfound feeling of control over your life, where it's like you feel like you can handle it, you feel like you can do it, you know that, you know, whatever goals you have, it's like having this new wave of trust and faith in yourself that no matter what happens, no matter what obstacles come up, that you can actually achieve it. And no matter how hard it is or how long the road is, that you're going to get to this point where you're no longer surviving, you're just thriving. And I think there's going to be a lot of divine inspiration and motivation coming through with the sacral and the third eye chakras really being highlighted here with change and perseverance. Because we have all of these giraffes in the thriving card, and giraffes really make me think of like being connected to source, being connected to the divine, because of course they're so tall. They have these really long necks, and then they have these like, it literally just like looks like two antennas. And you see the way this like the light is shining here. It just really makes me feel like your crown chakra will also be really activated, and that you'll be receiving a lot of downloads and information. I just saw 1111 on the timer, so this could be in regards to pursuing a manifestation. If you've been trying to bring something into your life and you feel like you've been hitting a lot of roadblocks and obstacles, and it's left you feeling really defeated, really unmotivated, maybe a bit confused and lost, like I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't think this is gonna work. this new moon in Leo is really going to reshift that thinking again for you, so that you're feeling more hopeful, you're feeling more confident, and you're feeling like, no, you know what? Just because obstacles and challenges come up, like, that doesn't mean that that's the end of the road. That doesn't mean that I can't get my manifestation, or I can't get to the point that I really am trying to get to. It's really an opportunity to dig deep and really see what you're made of, really find out what you're made of, and really channel this passion into something that you truly love, that you truly enjoy, and as well as something that brings you a lot of security too. Because whatever it is that you're trying to pursue here, whatever path that you're trying to go down, I see bringing a lot of security and abundance to you. And so this new moon in Leo is really kind of like opening up that portal. It's really opening up that gateway and either removing obstacles in the external environment, or removing obstacles internally. So mental blocks, or any emotional blocks, energetic blocks as well, that may be holding you back from being able to enter this phase of your life where you're thriving. So this is so beautiful. I'm really, really excited about this. Let's just grab the tarot and see what else we can find out. Okay, Spirit, please, for the collective, how is this new moon in Leo impacting the collective? What can the collective expect with this new moon in Leo, please? Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like Four of Cups. Okay, I think I'm just gonna lay out all the cards and then start talking. What else, please? How's this new moon in Leo impacting the collective? What can the collective expect with this new moon in Leo, please? We also have the High Priestess. Ooh. Okay, we also have the King of Cups. And I think I want to get one more card. Oh, okay, we have two more cards. We have the Empress. And wow, we have the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, underneath the deck we have the Four of Wands. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we have water sign energy being highlighted here with the King of Cups, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, with an emphasis on Pisces here with the High Priestess. And then with the Empress, we have Taurus and Libra, and the Gazelle is represented by the fire element, which would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So you may be one of those signs, but you certainly don't have to be for these messages to resonate. But what I'm seeing here is with the Seven of Pentacles and Four of Cups starting off the reading, it's like, yeah, I feel like this is where you've been at, this feeling of dissatisfaction, this feeling of I've planted these seeds in my garden and I'm sitting there waiting for them to grow. And it's this feeling of like impatience, of wondering if this is ever going to happen. Are these plants ever going to grow? Will I ever you know, be able to harvest the fruit that are supposed to come from these plants, and not really seeing how things may work out, not really seeing the full picture here with the High Priestess. But that's what's shifting and changing here. There's a lot going on with the subconscious and your emotional body. So I would say a lot is being cleared and purged, especially from your emotional body and your mental state. So these could be self-limiting beliefs. This could be, you know, being highly critical of yourself, judging yourself, being really hard on yourself, maybe not believing in yourself, believing in your own skills or capabilities. And with all this water energy here, as well as the Empress, it's very healing, it's very nourishing, it's very refreshing. So actually, if you can get down by the water, whether that's a beach, a river, a lake, whatever the case, if you can get by the water, I think this would really, really help to cleanse your energy. It'll help to purge things away, and it'll also help to ground you. If you can't, even taking a bath or a shower and just really focusing on that intention will help you a great deal. But what I'm seeing here is this newfound sense of hope and satisfaction, like feeling fulfilled, finding fulfillment, finding happiness within yourself, even if your external circumstances or environment isn't quite yet where you want it to be. It's knowing that, okay, you know, sometimes when you're in either an unfavorable situation or a situation that you're just kind of over, and you're like, oh, when I get to this place, like, I'll be so much happier. Once I lose weight, I'll be so much happier. Once I move, I'll be so much happier. Once I find someone to be in a relationship with, I'll be so much happier. And it's actually the other way around. It's recognizing that external things can never really fulfill us emotionally 100% all the time. Of course, we find fulfillment in these external things, but we can't rely on these external things to be our only source of fulfillment. We have to create that fulfillment and that happiness within ourselves. Because when you have happiness and fulfillment in you, it doesn't matter where you go, you're always carrying that with you. And you can rely on the fact that, you know, you can make that happen for you, even if your external circumstances aren't favorable. And I see that's what you're starting to do. With this Four of Wands being on the back of the deck, this is really drawing me to this root chakra energy. The Four of Wands is really, really stable. It's this feeling of success and happiness, and of hitting an important milestone of some sort. So the message that I'm getting for Spirit is like, don't give up. Don't let the fact that this hasn't happened for you, don't let the fact that this hasn't happened for you yet, like, knock you off your game. It's making me think of this quote. It's like a football quote, but it goes something like most people quit on the 1 yard line. So if you don't watch football, basically it's just like a lot of people quit, you know, when you're right at the finish line. It's like, you've made this whole journey, you fought so far, you've come so far, you've had all these, you know, successes and little wins along the way, and then so many people will give up and quit when they're just about to reach the finish line. And Spirit is really wanting to encourage you to dig deep and channel this energy of perseverance and really push yourself to get over the finish line. Now, I don't mean push yourself in the sense of reaching burnout or reaching a really heavy state of being overwhelmed or stressed. Of course, rest and take all the time that you need, but don't quit. Don't give up, because it's happening for you. We have the Empress and the Nine of Cups. Like, whatever your wish fulfillment is wanting to be birthed into your reality. And the reason that it hasn't happened yet is that there's some energy that needs to be cleansed. But I see that happening during this new moon in Leo. So you may notice that after we have this new moon in Leo, things may start to happen much quicker. It may feel like after a long period of maybe feeling stuck or something, and then all of a sudden things just start going again. It's almost like, it's making me think of, in the winter time, how, well, if you live somewhere that it gets cold, how you have to start your car and let it run for a bit so that the engine has a chance to warm up. Because if you don't do that, it's like, the car feels really, really slow when you're driving it. It takes a little bit for it to warm up, and then once it warms up, it's like the car is driving like normal. And that's almost like what I'm kind of seeing here. It's like things may have felt really slow, but after this cleansing and this clearing, I see things really picking up again. I see you having this newfound sense. It's like getting your second wind and being like, okay, I let myself feel defeated. I let myself, cry and have my breakdown. But you know what? I'm ready to fight again. I'm ready to stand up again and keep going. There's a lot of owls here. We have one in the Four of Wands. There's one in the Empress. There's one in the King of Cups, and then one in the High Priestess. So owls will be a very big, big sign for you if you start seeing owls, whether this is in real life or you see pictures of them, you see them on TV, on the internet, like whatever. If you see owls, this is a very big sign from Spirit that your energy is being cleared, and also that you are on the road to bringing whatever this is into your reality. As well as owls represent wisdom, clarity, and so this is just another reiteration that Spirit is definitely going to be sending you a lot of downloads, ideas, inspiration, maybe ways of you overcoming these hurdles or challenges, or even just sending you this kind of masculine energy, this Leo energy of feeling really confident, feeling really motivated and passionate, and like, Leo doesn't back down from a challenge, which is a, light aspect to like the characteristic of being stubborn, because sometimes being stubborn can be a hindrance, but sometimes it's actually really beneficial. And I feel like that's the kind of energy, that stubbornness, that perseverance of like, I'm not giving up. I know I can do this. I know I can make this happen. I know Spirit's on my side. And you also may receive these downloads or ideas while you're sleeping, like in your dreams or something like that. So if you have any weird dreams, or if there's something in your dreams that really stand out, be sure to write them down when you wake up, just so that you don't forget anything. And it may take a little bit of time to kind of like decipher what the message will be, but you can Google any like symbols or animals or like anything like that to give you extra clarity if you're not sure. I'll link it down below, but I had posted a video that was about the topic, what your dreams are trying to tell you. So I'll leave that link down below if you need an extra resource for that. But let's go ahead and take a look at what advice Spirit has in regards to this new moon in Leo. So we have adjustments are required, third quarter moon. And we also have, yes, exactly, have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon, exactly. Okay. So with adjustments are required, third quarter moon, that's like what I was saying before, where it's like you're getting so close to the end now, and it's like, rest if you must, but don't quit, don't give up. It's okay to take a break, it's okay to rest and recuperate and regather yourself, but you don't have to quit or give up if you get tired or frustrated with the journey or with the path that you're going down. And Spirit wants you to know that you're heading in the right direction. You're facing the right way and you're headed in the right direction. But there are some maybe things about your strategy that could be changed into something better or into something that would be actually easier for you. So be open-minded when obstacles and things like that come up, because it's not always it's not always that they come up because we're not meant to have the thing that we're seeking. Sometimes obstacles come up because there's actually an easier way to do things, and that's the universe's way of trying to get us to redirect ourselves to take another path that will ultimately lead us to the same destination that we're trying to get to, okay? And of course, have faith in your dreams. I mean, I don't really have a lot more to add to that, but there's butterflies in this card, and we also have a nice butterfly here on the Four of Cups. Again, really just re-emphasizing this theme of change that we're seeing here. There's an evolution going on, there's a lot of growth, and it's like you've been in the stage of being in the cocoon where things feel confusing, things aren't really moving along. But before you know it, you're going to be breaking out of that cocoon as this beautiful butterfly, and you're going to be free, and you're going to have this new energy to you and have this newfound hope about reaching your destination. Our next two advice cards, we have Time to Go, as well as Community. Oh my god, look at this. There's more giraffes on here. That's so interesting. You know, out of like all of the animal symbolism that I typically see, giraffes is not one of them. So I'd really encourage you to do some more research if you feel called to see what energy and what advice the giraffe animal spirit can offer you during this time, because it's really, really standing out. Giraffes and owls, major signs for you, okay? So what I'm seeing is, with this Time to Go card, this is kind of like what we've been talking about, where it's like there's certain things that need to be released, certain things that need to be left behind, because there's no place for that where you're going, right? It's like we can't enter a phase of thriving if we still have so many self-limiting beliefs, for example. So it's like there's certain things that we need to walk away from, certain things that just aren't serving us anymore, to really lighten the load, lighten ourselves energetically, so that we can enter into this new phase. And for some of you, not all of you, but I'm seeing this as it may be that you may need to leave behind a certain community. This doesn't have to be a very negative thing. Like, for example, if you're moving, right, you may be moving away from friends and family, or, you know, like relocating, or if you're starting a new job, you know, you'll have to leave behind the professional community, you know, your coworkers, your colleagues, your bosses, whatever the case. You know, you may need to leave that behind in order to enter a new community with new people who are more aligned with the energy of where you're going now versus the energy that you've been in. With this Community card as well, Spirit's really encouraging you to spend some quality time with your loved ones. Leo's all about family and children, so if you have children of your own, or even if you don't, spending time with your family, your loved ones, your friends, making plans with them to hang out and just have a good time. Let that be a way for you to really disconnect from your worries and any challenges that you've been facing, and to really ground yourself into the present moment and just allow yourself to have a good time. Okay, this fighting spirit is amazing, but we don't need to be fighting 24/7. It's okay to hit pause when we're pursuing our dreams or when we're trying to achieve something. And really just allow yourself to have some fun, have a good time, connect with people, okay? As well as with the Empress here, and like with the thriving card and community, and we have all these like flowers and stuff in this card here. If you can spend time in nature, I know I mentioned getting down by the water, but also just being in nature in general, spending time outside. Of course, if you can, I know that we've been going through a really bad heat wave, so if you're able to spend time in nature, that would be really beneficial to you. But even if you can't, you know, literally even just watching like a nature documentary or watching funny animal videos, things like that, I think it'll really help to uplift your energy and to ground yourself, to find that connection with Mother Gaia and really ground yourself. So I realized that I forgot to pre-shuffle some self-care cards, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. We'll shuffle them together and see what advice Spirit has about this new moon and some self-care ideas that would really help you during the time of this full moon. Okay, spirits, please. What self-care activities would benefit the collective during this new moon in Leo, please? What self-care activities would really benefit the collective during this full moon in Leo, please? What self-care would really benefit the collective during this full moon in Leo, please? Okay, so we have abundance planning. Okay, I'll just put these here. Abundance planning. Okay, yeah, so this is making me think of like, yeah, okay, like keeping track and writing down any inspired ideas that you get, any downloads that you receive from Spirit, making a plan about how you can achieve this goal or this dream that you have. Maybe some creative plans, like for example, like if you've been just trying to go down this one path to get to a certain destination and it just hasn't been working for you, rather than giving up, like sitting down and brainstorming maybe different ways or different routes that you could take that would lead you to the same destination. Something that I'm getting. Some of you may be trying to manifest abundance, wealth, especially with the Empress here too. Okay, so our final card is Be Still. Yes, so that's exactly what I was saying earlier about it's good to be in this kind of like fighting energy where you're feeling really motivated. You're really embracing the masculine energy of going out there and doing things and accomplishing things, but at the same time, rest is important too, and embracing feminine energy is very important. And so what Spirit is saying is that there really needs to be a balance here. And when you're in moments of stillness, whether this is meditating, the moments where you're laying in bed before you fall asleep, if you're sitting out in nature, things like that, these moments of stillness and of quieting the mind will really, really make it much easier downloads and information to come down through your crown chakra. So Spirit is almost wanting you to kind of picture things as if it were in a wave, where you have peaks and valleys. And at these peaks, this is where we take action, where we're out there, we're doing things, we're making things happen. And then we dip into these valleys where we allow ourselves time to rest, recuperate, receive new information, receive new ideas, retune ourselves, and come back into center so that we are prepared and ready again to enter our next peak and continue taking action again. So guys, this is everything that I'm seeing. Let me know in the comments how this resonated for you. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching, and hit the post notification bell so you never miss out on when I upload a video. I love you so, so much. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, friends!